What's up, everybody? G Strength. We're back out here. Decided to pick up the camera. It's time to work on the Beamer again. Not gonna have this space for too much longer, so need to get some work done to it so we can get it mobile, get her driving. First thing first, open this hood and show you what we got going on. All right, that's what we're working with as a hood prop for now. That one, they both blew out. They're gone. Add it to the list. Okay, oh yeah, first thing that we gotta do is get this headliner out. All right, well that was going chill until one of the plastic screws stripped out. So we're dealing with that. This is what we call war. Alright, hood liner removed. There's all the clips. These are the tools. What's the next thing? We're gonna have to get this intake manifold off. We gotta get the clutch line in. Once we get the intake manifold off, we can check the starter, make sure it's all lined up. Revisit the bell housing bolts and try to make sure they're all the way on. Shifter's already in. All right, so if we take a look from in here, just ignore all this crap. Clutch pedal. And yeah, that's right, we got this line in and now I have to get it out. There's this hard line here, but we could never hook it up to this black piece because of the angle. And now I have to get this hard line out, which means I might have to get under the car or in the engine bay here. So let's give her a looky-loo. Once that's done, we can cut the brake master cylinder nipple to make it a clutch master cylinder. Right there. Pretty sweet. I've already got the hose routed to it right there too. The homie Tyler helped me out with that. Yeah, let me see if I can get that line out. Rocking the lightweight helmet. It's as good a time as any to show you the scooter. We're rocking that 2023. What up? It's the next day. It's hard to get motivated right now. It's all gloomy out. Rained last night, left this hood open. Luckily it dried out already. Came by earlier, shut the hood while it was still raining, but gonna vacuum this stuff off the intake because we need to remove that. So I already got this loosened up. Vacuum that up, we can pull that cover off. See what we gotta do next. I know we gotta disconnect this stuff, obviously. I'm just not sure what type of, if I'm gonna need like special Torx bits or something to get the manifold off. I don't know, let's find out. Left all these tools out last night. Wonderful. She's good. What in the Jayco community? Why is she trip dead? I know why. Ha! Might want to plug it in, knobhead. Big nard. Big dumb nard. Oh yeah, right down the hatch, boys. Right down that little chute. Don't get carried away, don't get carried away. All right, let's get that cover off. I think it just pops off in the back here. Ooh, not sure though. Okay, that's not working. There we go. 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1. Oof. This is why you watch videos on how to, oh geez, there's a plug right there, boys and girls. Oof. Good thing we didn't snap that puppy already. Gee, Lou. Buddy. We're back again, another day. And we are under the gun. We got to get this thing moving because we are out of here. So, it's a little bit windy. We're mic'd up again. Hopefully the audio's fire. There's definitely going to be a mix of clips in here just from the way this project's been going. But yeah, let's get back into it. Pop this manifold off finally. Hey mama, good girl. Let me show you what we were working with though. Got that PCV off because this is my botched hood setup right now. I mean, it's working, so it's not botched. Okay, we got some stuff to unplug. Then we can pop this girl off. Okay, forgot a little something. Check this out. We need to get the wipers and the cowl off so we can get that harness sort of holder loose before we think about popping any of this off. Also, there's going to be some things to label because these need to stay connected the same way, and there's a couple other connectors that are starting to look a little redundant, so we don't want to plug anything in backwards, so we're going to make sure we take our time on those ones and label them. Okay, yeah, everybody else that does a video on this, oh, it's real easy, real easy. Yeah, no. Just no. These electrical connectors, I mean, they're good and I hate them at the same time. The little wire clip that you have to take off, I mean, I probably just don't have the right technique, but anyways, this one popped off and then I even had it, but yeah, I ended up dropping it, of course, and it's sitting on top of the rack. Luckily, I found it, because if it was gone, that would suck. We'll remember to get that back. But for now, we're going to keep trucking. Got this one undone here, and this one. So now we just need to undo these two. Then we're getting ready to pull the rail after that. I think we need to unclip the injectors and stuff. Okay, you guys, I figured it out. You just gotta have a little patience, try to work through things a couple different ways. When they don't go that way, don't force it. Like I was kind of trying, I came over and pulled on this rail again, you know what I mean? And I just wasn't comfortable with that. So, I proceeded to undoing the clips. It seems like you can kind of basically halfway undo them and keep those little tabs. You can see right there, those plastic clips for the electrical connector that keep them clipped in. It's almost like you can halfway undo them and then you're able to undo it without losing the clip. And then I think you can put them back together and they just clip on. So, I'm going around using my assortment of tools and the flathead there, the pick and the flathead, to just get those off halfway, and then we're going to be able to pull this off, and then I've been taking off the injector clips as well. Those just sit right side up like that and clip in. Boom, boom, boom. Same way they're sitting right there. keep it moving. Well, you wouldn't believe it. We got them all halfway unclicked. I think that thing's about to pop off. I don't know what was up with the camera on that one, but we were able to get those electrical connections undone. You just undo them partially, halfway. Undo those clips. They won't come off. Then you can pull them off and reset them real easy. Okay, now we're on to pulling the fuel rail itself from the injectors. Got my paper towels down. And yeah, let me get that pulled off. Oh yeah! Fuel rail popped off. Gonna undo the one bolt down there on the bracket for the manifold, all of those, and then we should be able to pop her off. Back up in it. New day. I've got 7 days to get this car out of here. Let me give you guys a little update. Did get the intake manifold off. I think I covered that. We were able, my buddy Dylan came and got this furthest back starter bolt in. Might be able to see it. Yeah, it's that silver little dot. And that allowed me to suck the other one in. So we got the starter in, both starter bolts. That's huge. And then I went over the rest of the belt housing bolts, sucked them in, and we're dialed on that for now. So we're going to be putting the manifold back in. I also was able to vacuum under here. Got this O2 sensor clipped into its right home. Vacuumed out the cylinders, just in case there was a little bit of crummy stuff in them from pulling the manifold off. So, but yeah, we're going to go for a first start today. Even without having the drive shaft bolted up. So I'll just, once I get the manifold on, we think this has a immobilizer removed ECU, and probably means that you don't need the parking brake, or not parking brake, the neutral safety switch. At least we're hoping, otherwise we'll have to deal with that. But we should be able to fire this thing up after that manifold's on and we put a good battery in. And that's going to be so cool. I cannot wait to hear this thing. The ECU has a 7,000 RPM limit, so yeah, this thing should be really fun. Really hyped, you guys. Alright. Alright, everybody, it's been a long day, but yeah, we've almost got this thing buttoned up here. Let me show you what's going on. Where we ran into issues, I've already got this torque down. I'll tell you about issues I had and what I'm still struggling with. But yeah, the key is to take the bracket off under here on this side for the manifold, leave the other one. All this stuff's unbolted, by the way. But you then go underneath the bracket with this like electronic piece that's on the manifold, and that allows you to slide it back. You have all this loosened up, so you can see I rebuttoned all of this up. But when you have that firewall piece removed, and then this can go up high enough, you know, you get so it's a technique. You come in like this and level off, and then you're able to put it in. But yeah, I just need the air box. Got all this reconnected, was cleaning the electrical connections. And everything's pretty much all bolted up. Dipstick, this hose. Oh, I was able to get the clutch line attached to the slave. We just need to get some nuts for the slave. And then this is the reverse wire. Reverse wire. I gotta just pull that back down and hook it up to the manual trans, because that came off the auto trans. But yeah, this thing's pretty clean. I cleaned up all under there. Super stoked about that. And we're gonna run it with no O2s for the start. I mean, I'm gonna plug them in up here, obviously, but we're not gonna have the rear O2s, is what I'm trying to say. We will have the primary O2s. And we're hoping that the immobilizer and parking brake and safety neutral switch, all that is bypassed in the ECU. So we don't need to do anything with the connectors in the car, but we might have to. So we'll get a battery in this thing. Check the oil again, and then she'll be ready to fire. And then we'll hopefully be able to bleed the clutch after that and mount the drive shaft. And then I've got the exhaust sitting in PB blaster on these bolts and joints right here because yeah, that muffler's huge and I don't want to lug it around. So we're gonna go cat. Just have cats. Ain't that right, Stella? Alright, think about covered everything. Got all the bolts in the bell housing. 2 starter bolts. Dylan got that gnarly impossible one on there. And yeah, super hyped on this. Looks like I just got to mount this ECU back in here because I got that nut in now for the firewall and put my wiper blades back on. So there's some miscellaneous stuff like that, like radiator mounts. Missing one on this side. This one's like partially broken. But we'll get a Pelican parts order for some stuff like that, like hood struts. Once we know that this engine it runs and is doing well. So then we'll be all about that stuff and probably, hopefully dropping the diff and getting it welded and then maybe even a sick, you know, we'll see, but a wide angle kit of sorts. Because I know these cars are pretty well supported with some decent priced, functional, high quality stuff. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good night. I'm going to do a couple more things and I'll see you tomorrow. That's it. That's all she wrote. We're out of here. Lots of trials, tribulations, but we're gonna get her on the flatbed and get her tucked into my garage. Man, this thing looks so sick. I haven't seen it down in so long. Oh, by the way, extremely windy day. So, figured I'd just get out the DJI real quick, test out the mic. Hopefully it's doing good, because I've been having to shoot iPhone clips. I just haven't been, I've been cranking on this thing, trying to get it out. But here we go.